I remember when I saw that, I thought, how embarrassing for this poor guy. The Sexiest Man Alive? I think it was the first year they did that or something, or I had never seen it before.
No, The Sexiest Man Alive. And he was on sale.
Oh, this poor Mark Harmon, I feel so sorry for him.
How did you meet him?
I was fixed up by Gina.
Gina Hecht, who played my sister on the show.
Yes, yes.
And then your ex-boyfriend fixed me up with my wife.
Yes.
This is sickening.
Isn't that bizarre?
This is so sickening.
She fixed me up with him.
That is hysterical. How did she know him?
She had done a play with him.
She dated him, right?
Yeah. No, but she had done a play with him. And I had another boyfriend, and I went to her birthday party. She said, Dawber, God forbid you
Dawber.
should... Well, yeah.
Like they're in the Marines.
God forbid you should break up with this guy you're with, but I know the perfect guy for you. And I said, don't tell me that.
Did she show you the magazine?
No. And 3 months later, she called me up, and I had gotten that guy out. And she said, so how's... Well, he was worse. But anyway, she said, so how's... I'm not going to say his name. And I said, oh, he's out. He's just... Oh, he was the worst. And she said, Dawber, I've got the most perfect guy for you. And I said, is he an actor? She said, yes. I said, forget it. Put a gun to my head if I ever date another actor. She said, you won't say this when you hear who it is? I said, I will, too. She said, you will not. I said, who is it? She said, Mark Harmon. And I went, oh. And,
the Sexiest Man Alive.
Yes, which I thought was embarrassing, quite frankly.
Yes, it was.
Anyway, so I said, look, I don't want to be fixed up. But, you know, in a couple weeks, oh, my God, this means I'm dating again. In a couple weeks, if there's a dinner party... And
you're not going to go... I just asked how you met.
But it's an interesting story.
It is kind of interesting. No, I know, but we can get to it. But so you met him, and I don't want to hear about it. I liked you, and I was sorry you married him.
I know, but it didn't work out, so, you know.
How long is this going to go on with you met him, you go to dinner?
Well,
go ahead, we'll sit here all night, I guess.
Forget it. I'm not telling the story anymore.
No, and I'm very happy. You have children with him?
Yes.
All right, you just slept together.
No,
okay, big deal.
But not till the fourth date.
Now, I will tell you that I remember not till the fourth date. Now, if you were the Sexiest Man Alive and you came to my place, it would just sort of be laying around on the coffee table, you know. Oh, let me see what I got to show you. Oh, yeah, let me get this call. I'll see you in a few minutes, you know. I remember that we used to go to your house for rallies. You were against microwave ovens.
What?
You would have
you're
rallies.
Hallucinating.
No, I'm not. You would protest against people that use microwaves.
What are you talking about?
Well, I guess Robin wasn't the only one on drugs back then.
I was protesting nuclear power plants.
Yeah, I know that, but you didn't like microwave ovens either. Because I had a microwave oven.
I didn't believe in them.
That's right. And I'm in my little room nervous because I'm, the first-year actor. And they said, don't let Pam see that microwave oven.
You want to know why? You want to know what? Because Peter Greenberg told me that was one of the biggest cover-ups in Washington, microwaves. However, I didn't get out and march for it.
Now, what? I have a biscuit in a microwave oven, and I'm hiding in the dressing room going, beep, 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 beep. And some guy goes, you have a microwave in there? Now, you have two kids, 8 and 5.
No, almost 4 and almost 8.
Almost 8. Do you use microwaves?
Yes.
Okay, there you go.
I came to become a believer in microwaves. I decided it was those big things. It wasn't the little microwaves, it's the big microwaves.
Like 3 Mile Island is what you're talking about. You don't cook a lot in 3 Mile Island, do you?
We can warm up in microwaves.
Well, speaking of incidents, you and your husband, the Sexiest Man Alive, saved a guy who crashed in front of your house in a car?
Yeah.
Now, this is a story that I just read about in the paper, but I'd like to hear the long version of.
Oh, great, thank you. Well, I'm not in the mood.
Marvin, that's my wife's line. The guy with the joke cover. Do we have time for the long? I mean,
only the thing is, it's not really a funny story. It's a serious story.
It's better than the thing about dating Mark Harmon. Trust me.
Okay, those
that you went to Susie's party and Peter Greenberg and a whole deal.
No, seriously, we live in a residential area in Brentwood, and about 7:45 at night.
Were there houses? Other houses?
Yeah, houses next to a house next to a house.
Right.
And we heard this. This is a long story. Anyway, well, I heard this. But it didn't sound like, it sounded to me like somebody's roof had slid off their house.
Does that happen a lot in your neighborhood?
All the time in our neighborhood. But anyway, so Mark said, did you hear that? I said, yeah, it came from out front. So we walked up front. We have, our little gate in our driveway gate.
What was it that had happened?
Well, it was a major car crash, but we didn't know.
Right.
And when you see,
I know the story. Okay. I just want you to tell it.
So anyway, I looked this way, you couldn't see anything. I looked that way, you couldn't see anything. Mark walks back in the house, and I see some people kind of looking tentatively down there. So I walk down there, and this man says, "Did you see that car was going 80 miles an hour? Just took out the neighbor's gate." I said, "What?" So I walk a little farther, just past our driveway, and the neighbor's gate, I mean, it's a major gate with a huge pilaster.
Where was the car?
Oh, shut up. 20 feet up the driveway is this upside-down car on fire with flames coming out of the wheel. Well,
now, this is the story.
You want the gory detail.
Now I want to hear this. The car's on fire.
All right, so there's a guy standing there.
Where was he? Where was he?
In the house.
Aha! Did you rush to his arms?
No, listen, I was really the quick-thinking little female here, okay? So I approached the car, and I said, "Is there anybody in there?" And a guy's in there going, "I'm on fire, I'm trapped." So I was
he says, "I'm on fire, I'm trapped."
I'm trapped. He's trapped in the car, and it's on fire.
Are you sure this isn't a TV movie you've done?
I'm not telling you the story.
I'm sorry, go ahead. I don't want to...
So I try to pull the door open, and the handles have been sheared off. I run over the other side, and he's screaming, and the whole panel pulls off in my hand, and I go like this against the window, and I realize something heavy. We need something heavy to break this window. So I run down the driveway, because my husband probably has the best equipped garage in all of Brentwood other than the fire department. So I know we've got a sledgehammer.
So he's also the handiest man alive.
Oh, you don't know. Oh, definitely.
Very handy.
Very handy.
Is he on Popular Mechanics also?
He
could be on that. So this is exciting. And I don't want to interrupt you, but the car's on fire and there's somebody who may die.
Yeah.
And you call the sexiest, handiest man alive.
At the top of
What did he bring?
lungs.
What equipment did he bring?
Well, I screamed, "Get a sledgehammer! We need a sledgehammer! Get it!" And he's way at the front of the property, and I hear him going, "What? And I'm screaming. I can't get my gate open because I can't get it to work. And I screamed to the neighbor to call 911. There's a car on fire.
What did he bring? What equipment?
A sledgehammer!
Thank you. How long did it take him to get to the thing?
Just the right amount of time. He came, all right, the gate opens. I run past him. He's a blur. There's no time to waste. I'm going now for the fire axe that we happen to have in our garage. He runs by.
You have a fire axe?
Yes. And
he has a sledgehammer.
Well, he runs by me. I don't know whether he's got it, but there's no time to explain it. And by the time I get out, because now I'm closed in, I can't get out. I've got my fire axe, and I've got no gate key.
You're now in the car?
No, I'm in my yard. I can't get out of the yard.
You're locked in your yard
yes,
now.
with a fire axe.
and unable to get to the flaming car.
Right.
Okay.
So when I finally get out the gate, I see him dragging this smoky body down the driveway, and the car is engulfed in flames. And then the car blows up like 30 feet into the trees.
That is like in the movies when you just get away and blew up. What happened to the guy?
Well, Mark, with a sledgehammer, blew out the window.
Can he hit him in the head and knock
He told him to turn his face away.
Oh, good. Okay.
And it was a miracle. The whole thing was a miracle.
Is he alive? Is he okay?
Oh, yes. He's
I don't want to make fun of that.
He's a 16-year-old guy. I mean, these are 16-year-old kids that are going 80 miles an hour in a residential neighborhood. And the fact that they are alive is a miracle, but he got him. I'm telling you, if 10 seconds had gone by, that kid would have been incinerated.
What did the neighbors do?
Stood him. I don't want to say. I don't want to be alienated by my neighbors.
But you said, you started to say...
A lot of people were watching.
And they didn't have hammers, and they didn't have axes.
There you go, and that's the truth.
They didn't have the handiest man alive.
Yep. Living next door with a well-equipped garage.
Pam Dawber will be back with no telling how long a story. Pam Dawber is our special guest. I'm the substitute host tonight, Jay Thomas. How are you? Pam, when I first met you, you had been successful as a model. And we were talking to my friend William H. Macy. I say Bill Macy, they think, oh, you had Maud's husband on? You have to be like 90 to get that. But you didn't just start out like as an actress immediately. I mean, all of us have gone through our little trials and tribulations. You were was it a car show model?
Oh, God. Yes.
Did you like do with the can you do it?
Can I do it?
Yeah. Well, you already started, so I shouldn't.
Well, no. You stand on the turntable in go-go booths with batwing eyelashes. And you talk about the car. Mm-hmm. That's about as deep as it gets.
Did that help you with the crash? I mean, did you come out and go,
No.
Sexiest man and handiest man of the year? Now, saving person over here.
No, these were the legitimate auto shows that traveled all around the country. And, I'm from the Detroit area, and it was a great paying job I was a teenager, and they wanted a teenager to introduce the Pontiac Firebird. It was sort of a whim. You know, I was going to college as an art major, and the lady that lived next door to my mother was a trade show model and asked my mother if I would want to audition for this, and I said, sure.
Can you go to New York? Did you go to Europe?
I traveled. I went to New York. I went
and
to
you
Chicago.
played a nun on television.
Yeah, that was my first pilot.
And you were also, somebody said, in the commissary wearing the nun's habit when Gary Marshall saw you?
No, I don't know where these stories come from.
Well, that's a good story. You should keep that one.
Okay, well, we'll pretend that really happened.
I'd like to say I was dressed as the priest and they discovered me.
No, you know, but what happened, well, the whole Mork and Mindy story is so bizarre anyway. That's why I believe in fate so strongly, is that they never auditioned me. They knew they wanted Robin. They wanted Robin on the network that fall, because he had done a Happy Days episode and it had made such a big splash, and they'd gotten all this fan mail for him just from this little starring episode.
It was the biggest amount of mail ever received by a performer in one episode.
That's right.
Of a television show ever in the history of time.
Right, so they were desperate to get him on the air that season, and I guess they'd been auditioning girls and they couldn't find anybody. And I read about it in the trades. I never heard of Robin Williams. I didn't...
So the first time you worked with him, you were on the stage with him working?
First time I worked with him was on the... First time I met him, we were doing publicity for Mork and Mindy. They flew me into L.A.
Now, did you have stage fright or anything?
Are you crazy? I didn't know what I was doing. I was so nervous. Howard Storm would say to me,
the director,
Pam. Oh, and I mean, truly, I learned my craft on Mork and Mindy. In fact, I just showed Mork and Mindy for the first time to my 7-year-old and sat there with him and was embarrassed by my performance. I sat there going, oh, I'm so embarrassed that he's watching this.
What did he think of it?
He didn't get it. He kept asking me
He didn't get Mork and Mindy?
He didn't get Mork and Mindy.
Maybe not the smartest guy. Maybe we're not talking a lot of, you know, mental genes being passed. Is the kid handsome? The little boy really handsome?
He's a cute guy.
He's a cute kid.
He's very smart.
We'll come back and talk more about the geniuses in Pam's family. I said this to Pam, and I mean it. We don't see enough of you on TV. I know you're a great singer. You're in Pirates of Penzance, and you're a trained actress. Why don't we see you? Why haven't we seen you in a sitcom lately?
My family is the most important thing at this point. And it's been real important to me to be around for the kids. Doing a couple TV movies a year has been perfect for me because that's a 19-day schedule. The kids can come visit. You know, everything's out of town now. So you go back and forth, and it's not disrupting your life.
Will you do another sitcom?
If they'll let me go to the, you know, the spring sing, you know, or if they'll let me go to the Christmas...
what? You want to go to the spring sing?
Well, you know, the Christmas concerts that the kids have. I don't want to miss that stuff. Yeah, I don't want to have
They will never let you out for that.
Yes, they will. They just told me they would.
No, they won't.
They will, too. Well, they better not be.
You'll never see Pam Dawber on television again.
No,
I'm Jay Thomas, and you may never see me on television again after this. Thank you.
Thanks, Jay.
Thank you all very much.